Interesting. Interesting. So we rescued our key and our night vision goggles. I think the night vision goggles are just too valuable to leave. So what do we do now, Chad? Do we go back and we try to not succumb to madness this time, or? Maybe if I want to do that, I want to take some equipment that I'm not so attached to. Do I want to know what I was supposed to do there or nah? Hey Sarge, I want to discover the game for myself. So, I appreciate the thought, but I do want to experience the game as blind as possible. I think I want to go back. I think I want to check out that area a little bit more. I appreciate it, though. I do. I'm glad that people are wanting to help. Honestly, the area didn't seem particularly dangerous, other than the crippling radiation, the madness-inducing well, I guess they weren't really hallucinations, but the madness-inducing effects, and the instant kill, a relatively instant kill. Other than that, it didn't seem that bad. Let's see, I want a fighty gun. Am I going to use the carbine? I guess I'm going to use the carbine. I don't really have any good melee weapons this time. Probably going to have to go through and do that whole thing again. I suppose that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Oh, you have a crowbar. You can just use the crowbar. Alright, let's go ahead and chow down on our meals. We'll make an attempt to recover our bag, and then we'll go from there. It will be quite unfortunate if we cannot recover that bag, though. That bag has so much stuff in it. But that's the risk that I took going into that, so... we don't really have a lot of 5.56 rounds. I may stop by the mysterious shop to buy a bunch of 5.56 rounds. We do want a bunch of healing. What happened to all those medikits you had that last time, buddy? That's unfortunate. That's a nice little magnum. We probably have 45 cal rounds, but we'll just go with that for now. All right, let's go to the strange shop. We'll buy some fancy ammo, and then we'll head back and we'll try to get our bag back, if at all possible. Again, it may not be possible, but I'm still gonna give it a shot. It certainly won't surprise me if you could just lose your bag forever by dropping into an area that you can't access without dying. That would be certainly one way to balance difficulty, I guess. So that you still have a high risk of dying in an area like that. Because that is something that I've mentioned, is that, like, one of the reasons why I like playing 9 Lives mode is because of the risk of dying and losing all of your stuff. But I also wanted to see more of the game, because I don't think I'd ever actually get into that area on 9 Lives mode. Dear man? Dear man, no. Blow up elsewhere. Thank you. Whew. Alright, I took no damage from that. Good. I shouldn't have wasted my ammo on Deer Man there, but I was a little bit concerned if I didn't kill Deer Man, then he was going to hunt me down anyway, because that just tends to be what Deer Man does, yeah? Alright. Let's head this way. I really thought that sign said give up for a second. Just for a minute, I was about to berate the game for telling me to give up. Okay. Definitely liking the creepy vibes of that lab, though. It was really cool. When you get into a spooky area like that, it really reminds me of the horror sections of the old Fear games, which was always really cool. Yeah, just seeing like the spooky ghost bodies lining the walls as you enter some unimaginable horror. You're a big fan of 9 Lives? Oh, I'm only with 2 lives left? Yeah, we've done a couple of 9 Lives runs. None of them have ended particularly well for me, but I guess that's kind of the point of 9 Lives. Eventually, your luck's going to run out and you're going to die. Alright, M35 Northeast. Haven't been over here for a while on this character. We should probably loot the train. I'm not particularly bothered. These things seem pretty peaceful around here. This time. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Easy peasy. Other than fighting Deer Man, we got here without a problem. Hello, strange shopkeeper. Can I see your wares? You got a bunch of fruiting stardust. A bunch of cool weapons. You sell a standard infantry helmet. That's pretty neat. Blue Tesseract. I'm gonna buy this. So I learned back during my last 9 Lives playthrough that having teleportation out of dangerous areas is actually really useful. Let's see, we'll take all the lockpicks because I can never have enough lockpicks. And we're really looking for... Well, we were really looking for 556 rounds, but you don't actually have any. That is sucky. I guess we'll grab the hollow point rounds. We'll just have to... What is the point of a laser sight on a shotgun? Seems a bit excessive. We could pivot to shotguns, at least until we get our stuff back. That way we can grab a bunch of shotgun ammo. We have a bunch of shotgun ammo back at the observatory. I'm not gonna go back to the observatory, though. And then we can just keep the PKT. We can just get rid of this carbine, I guess. It's nothing special. I mean, it's a decent gun, don't get me wrong. I think I used that gun and I'm like, oh, I kind of like that gun. It's pretty good. Let's just buy... We'll buy a bunch of shotgun rounds. And the Dragon's Breath. Yeah. Alright. Goodbye, strange shopkeep. We now have a laser sight on our shotgun. Nice. This isn't exactly our A-team gun, but it's gonna have to do. Maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe that's the idea, and it kind of is. I don't want to take anything in there that I'm going to lose permanently again. Because I'm well aware that there's a very real chance that we can't get that bag back. And when we go back, we're just going to run into the same area, die, and then we'll have 2 bags down there full of stuff that we can't get. So, what if I went to Dr. Mosby's and bought... Excuse me, game? Don't be pulling off weird noises at me like that. Not this time. Where did your bag land? I don't know. It landed where I died, I assume. And if it landed in the instant death area, then I may not be able to get it back. But, continuing my line of... Great. Now we have spooky noises in the darkness. But yeah, I wonder if I could get like a radiation resistant outfit from Dr. Mosby's lab. I don't know if that even exists, but it might. I don't know. I have a better idea when I get down there where my bag landed, obviously. But I ran into instant death. I mean, I didn't know it was going to instantly kill me. I don't even know if it instantly killed me or if I just took so much damage that I just immediately died. I guess we could find out. I guess we will find out. That's fine. We'll just we'll stay quiet. Don't sweat it. If they don't see you, they don't waste your ammo. Hopefully they find someone else to bother. Okay. I'm getting weird light effects, and I don't know if it's the game messing with me or if it's something else. It's probably the game messing with me. Let's be real. All right, let's go. See if we can get down here without too much trouble. I mean, could we just jump into the water? I don't think I'm going to do that, but it seems like it could be a solution. It gets us down there quite quickly, at least. All right, we're going the whole way down. Seems like the easiest path. Right. I wonder if we have to monkey with everything again, or if the path will already be open for us. We're gonna have to monkey with everything again. Hi. Oh, no. Guy just kind of accepted his fate there. That was kind of weird. What was it? 72034? No. 72035? I don't remember the passcode. This is why you put things in your journal. I wonder if we can go back and find those documents, or if we'd have to, like, wait. Turn off the gas line. And open up the security door, but I don't think it's in the security door. Or check the VOD. Yeah, that is a solution. I don't know how I feel about that solution, but it is one. I think it was in here. No. Was it over here? Alright. Maybe we are going to check the VOD. Maybe we are going to check the VOD. Let me get back to where the door is. Kind of looks like a screaming face. Me if I can't get my stuff back. All right, let's go back and check the VOD, shall we? See if anything eats me while I do this. Let's see. Okay, I was walking there. I'm there. Seven 1-0-3-8. All right. 7-1-0-3-8. I would have laughed if it changes every time. That would have been funny. Probably should. Let's be real. But that's not the way it goes. Alright, so this place was relatively benign. At least it seemed relatively benign. It was just like a creepy set piece with a bunch of EMPs. Ow. Okay, well, as long as you're not stupid, it's relatively benign. Unfortunately, I have idiocy in spades. Let's just go down the creepy tunnel. Watch out for the spooky ghost bodies. I don't know if they hurt you. I'm not gonna test it out. I'm not gonna test it out. That seems like a bad idea. It's still really cool, by the way, that even the version number of the game flickers. That's really neat. That's a cool feature. Or a cool function. It's not really a feature. Can you imagine trying to fight in this situation with the EMP? Where you're just like constantly flicking on your light while shooting at something? That is not a situation I want to get myself into. I have to go the whole way around. Spray and pray? Basically, yeah. I don't know what the point of that is. Maybe there's no point. This is fine. This is safe. Let's see what's down the spooky tunnel, guys. I'm sure it'll be great. Do you like trains? I like trains. There's lots of trains down here. You have to blow a hole through this wall again. This is pretty neat. This is a pretty neat mechanic. There we go. Something spooky gonna crawl out? No? Ow. Not worry about that. Yeah, there's our bag. Right there. MR1. All right. I almost typed in SR06 just like as a knee-jerk reaction. So like I don't know. It doesn't look like it's dangerous. But we succumbed to madness on that spot because of whatever the heck is going on in this room. And I don't even know if there's a way to prevent that. Or if we are just kind of SOL. That exploding barrel. No. Kind of looks like it is, but it's not. Ow. Run and pray to not die? Well, I ran and prayed to not die last time. Alright, so if I get, like, close enough to that hole, I just take damage. Why? Because it's too radioactive, or whatever. Pressed red button? What red button? There's a red button up there. Is there a red button here? Those are the lights. Yeah, that. So apparently I just randomly take damage from madness-inducing effects when I'm in that room, occasionally. And I'm guessing the closer I get to that spooky hole, the more often it happens. Don't come this way. Why? Why would you do this to me, game? I'm gonna give myself a second to heal. Fireball, please. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't there something... There's something in my notes about the test drill. I think Dr. Mosby said something about wanting a test drill. I wonder if that's this. MK7 prototype laser head. And then I think the broker also said he wanted something about that. So, like, is that this? Can I just, like, grab this? Okay, well, that's something. $32,000? Okay. I don't know. That doesn't really help me here, but at least it's worth a lot of money. Maybe we can try to carefully, like, creep down there. No, gimme. Let me out. Let me out. Take me away, Mr. Wizard. Whew. I have no idea what was going on there. Alright, so apparently it wasn't an instant death effect. Maybe it was just I spent too long in that room and I succumbed to madness. I don't know. But we have a fancy drill head now. Although that does mean that we're gonna have to make a choice. Because I believe Dr. Mosby wanted this drill. But the broker also offered to pay quite a hefty sum of money for this drill. Does it give me any passives? I guess I guess I use ether more efficiently when I have it. It's 10 kilograms. I don't know if I'm going to be lugging it around. It's a pretty hefty drill. And I was offered a lot of money for it. Sounds delicious. Maybe, but I don't really use ether for anything. Okay, so we have a bunch of random crap. A lot of this we can sell. Some of it we can't. Some of it I don't want to. I mean, I guess I do use ether for the skeleton key. But again, I don't think it's worth carrying around a 10-kilogram drill head in order to utilize that. Alright, so let's get our gear back on, our pistol, our security SMG, and our BR-61. I am really liking this BR-61 with the scope. It's really nice. I have a lot of stuff to sell. Phosphates go to Mosby. Let's see. It's probably the most impractical artifact in the game. Probably. I hear people moving around outside? That's so weird. I'm not used to hearing people moving around in this area. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just hearing things. I don't know. I've been in the darkness for so long. So paranoid. Alright, well, a bunch of this stuff is being sold, like I said. Probably all of these masks, the cat suit, the infrastructure wreckers. I don't think I need these anymore. So, like, I mean, I guess I can add this to the notes, just in case I need it again for something. But, like, the only thing I didn't explore here was the office suite, and I didn't really explore the test chamber that much. But, you know, that's mostly because of the risk of impending madness, right? I didn't want to die immediately. The only other thing that's of interest that I mentioned was the construction tunnels here. I don't really see those as useful, and they probably respawn when the area respawns. Same with the 206 key card. Let's see, we can put the binoculars here. We probably don't need these cameras. I'm not gonna be one to go around taking photos of all the entities. That would be a fun and cool playthrough to do. Just like go around and take pictures of all the spooky entities and monsters. But I don't think that's for me, bud. That's for somebody else to do. Do I have any 3006 rounds? I'm sure I do. Yeah, oh yeah, I have plenty. That's right, I have 1 million of these. So, I think I'm gonna be sleeping for the day. But, you know, after the world ends and I wake up, I think we'll be going to Mosby's.